Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet software that is used to create data models. Data models let you change data in the spreadsheet to see what will happen to the results. Models are sometimes called a what-if scenario. We use a spreadsheet model to explore different possible answers. Microsoft Excel is one of the most popular data analysis tools. It helps you visualize and gain insights from your data. Now let's cover some spreadsheet basics. First, a spreadsheet is a two-dimensional table split into rows and columns, where rows are giving numeric labels starting from 1. Columns are assigned alphabetic labels from A to Z, then from AA to AZ, etc. The intersection of every row and column forms a cell, where each cell has its own unique address in the format column row. Each cell in a spreadsheet can hold one of three things: a number, text, which is called a label, or a formula, which always starts with an equal sign. Now, let's recognize Excel ribbon. The ribbon is the band at the top of the Excel window. It is made up of different tabs, where each of which is related to specific kinds of work that people do in Excel. Each tab of the ribbon gives you different commands. While the Home tab, first on the left, contains the everyday commands that people use most. Now, let's take a look at Excel Workbook. When you first start Excel, you open a file that is called a workbook. Each new workbook comes with 3 worksheets into which you enter data. Of course, you may add extra worksheets if your work requires so. The first workbook you will open is called Book 1. This title appears in the bar at the top of the window until you save the workbook with your own title. The worksheet is a single page in Excel where you can write, edit, and manipulate data. That's the grid you see when you open a workbook. Worksheets are divided into columns, rows, and cells, where columns go from top to down on the worksheet vertically, where each column has an alphabetical heading at the top. Rows go across the worksheet horizontally, and each row also has a heading, where rows are giving numeric labels starting from 1. Cells are where you enter data in a worksheet. When you select any cell, it becomes the active cell. The active cell becomes outlined in black, indicating that any data you enter will go there. The heading for the column and row in which the cell is located are also highlighted. The active cell, for example B2 in this case, is outlined, and its name, also known as the cell reference, is shown in the name box in the upper left corner of the worksheet. In this exercise, we are going to illustrate the use of some basic calculations using Excel. For this exercise, we are going to use two numbers, X and Y. We give it a border and make it bold and centralize. Now we enter the value of X as 2 and the value of Y as 4. Now we are going to add a formula for addition. The formula starts with an equal sign. So in an empty cell, we start the formula with an equal sign. Then we highlight the cell that we want to add its content, that is B3. Then we add the plus sign as the addition sign. Then we highlight the next cell that we want to add its content, that is C3. Then we press enter. This will give us a formula to add the content of the cell B3 to the content of the cell C3. So adding the content of B3 to C3, we have the result as 6. Now for the subtraction, we start the formula with equal sign, highlight C3, add minus sign, highlight B3 cell, then press enter. We have the formula to subtract B3 from C3, and the answer is 2. For the multiplication, we start the formula with equal sign, highlight B3, add the multiplication sign, that is the asterisk, highlight C3, then press enter. So the result will be 2 multiplied by 4, and the answer is 8. For the division, we start the formula with equal sign, highlight C3 cell, add the division sign, that is the slash, followed by the next cell, that is B3, and press enter. So C3 divided by B3, the answer is 2. That is 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. Now for x to the power of y, we start the formula with equal sign, highlight B3, then add the caret sign for the power, then highlight C3 and press enter. Now we have the equation for x to the power y, that is 2 to the power 4, and the answer is 16. If we visit the last exercise, we can see that it resembles the functions of a calculator. That is to say, all you have to do is change the value of x or y, and the corresponding result will change according to the function. For example, if we change the value of x to 1, here 1 plus 4 equals 5. Then 4 minus 1 equals 3, 4 by 1 equal 4. 4 divided by 1 equal 4. And 1 to the power 4 equal 1. If we change the value of y to 2, for example, again, the corresponding functions give us new result according to the new value of x and y. Thus, you should be able to change the content of B3 or C3 to have new result. In such cases, the changing of cells to see new result is called modeling. Next, we'll identify the formula's step function. By click on formulas, you will have commands related to formulas. Then we click on show formulas. This will show you all the formulas used in the worksheet. Now to go back, we press show formulas again.